Okay. I got some terrible news to tell you all about Apple. They finally admitted that it's not Tesla. Whoop-de-doo. Like, we didn't know that? We've already known that Apple is not Tesla. Now, apparently somebody who works for the Motley Fool created a video saying that this is a good thing for the Apple stock shareholders. I'm not going to click on the video. I haven't even listened to the video. I just wanted to bring the title to your attention and just give you my opinion as to what I think that means as to Apple foregoing the prospect of creating an EV vehicle. All right. I think Apple, Tim Cook, has seen that the EV market is going to be very hard to push, to create, to innovate from. And I say that because a lot of history has already been created from Elon Musk and Tesla going out and trying to make EV mainstream. You're now seeing a lot of the traditional automakers trying to create their own EV models, and they also are finding issues with trying to really punch through this automobile industry. Why do you think people aren't buying EV vehicles? Like, what would be the thing that would keep you from purchasing EV vehicles? Now, from my perspective, it would be the inability of mileage per charge for the EV vehicles, right? People do not like to sit still in today's world. They like to get to where they're going as soon as possible. When you have an EV vehicle, you are not able to travel long distances. You're not. There's no charging stations. There's not a network of charging stations around the United States or even around the world. You can fill up your gas and go. But for EV vehicles, you have to sit and let your car charge. And depending on how fast it charges, the longer you have to sit and wait. And then when the temperatures get cold, it drains the battery. Another problem that people don't want to deal with. There's been history to where they may have been a traffic jam, a massive car accident, and people in their Tesla vehicles had to sit in traffic as they clear the accident, and their car go dead in frigid temperatures. I think Tim Cook sees that. I think they've done their research and said we need to forego us trying to create a car and really hamper down on this artificial intelligence thing. I think that has more value. That would bring in more monetary value to our business than us trying to sell four wheels. There's no value in creating four wheels right now until there's massive government subsidies, until the government steps in and creates a massive charging network. I don't think EV vehicles is going to be what it is. Now, you can have an EV vehicle for local travel, right? If just around your local area. There's nothing wrong with that because you could park it back at your house, charge it up. But if you like to travel, if you want to go on trips, if you want to go on vacation, you don't take a Tesla. If you're trying to travel across state lines, you can't take a Tesla like that because you don't know where's the next charging station. And then do you really want to wait at a gas station until your car fully charges so you can get to your complete destination? Like, this is the things that the EV market needs to consider. Now, I know that a company in China has created a battery swap technology to where you just pull up, they change out your battery and you get a full charge battery and you just go. That could have some potential to where you just come in, take out your old battery, get a new fully charged battery and you just move on. Kind of like pumping gas in your car. If they could really make that mainstream, then maybe EV vehicles could have a stay in the market. You also have seen that Rivian is going through a cash burn. Why is that? Because they got to create the infrastructure. They have to create the manufacturing facilities to create these cars. And that takes billions of dollars just to make. And if people aren't buying these EV vehicles, then what's the point of making a manufacturing facility when you can't pump out all of these EV demand? I think Tim Cook said, look, we need to cut this now, quit trying to act like we're going to create our own EV vehicle car and say we're going to put all of our other attention, we're going to focus that attention now on AI. I think Apple is more positioned to institute AI in its products than they do create an EV vehicle right now. Just my opinion though. But Tim Cook has to be a visionary. So what reason do you really think he stopped with the prototype of creating an Apple EV? What made him switch and say, all right, we need to stop. We need to let this go and focus that attention on something more revenue based that can really bring in more profit for us. Now, give me your thoughts on that. But while we're here, let's go ahead and talk about Apple stock. I mean, I did a price prediction around this time frame because I didn't change my price prediction, and I felt good that after Apple released its earnings, how the market recovered and came right back up. But look at what happened since then. We're right back at our buy zone. Now, we may not see the market in Apple go higher. That's something that we cannot control. We simply go off the information that we currently have at our disposal, make a forecast, and see what happens. And currently, since we didn't see that market in Apple continue to go higher following our price prediction, it tells me something else. There's still a lot more selling going on into the market in Apple. So we may actually see the market in Apple break this buy zone to the downside. Let's take a look. So here it is on the 2-day chart. Now, I must admit, I'm not bullish in the market in Apple right now. The only reason that's really telling me that I'm looking for a price to go down is the fact that the market is still holding this buy zone. That's the only thing. Outside of that, I will be looking for a price to go down in Apple. So the market still lives on to try to bounce off that buy zone and go up. Here it is on the 3-day chart. Apple on the 5. Okay. Now I will say, okay, let me show you this. Let me talk about this. These are good days right here. These are good 5-day bars that these two arrows are pointing up to. Right? Those are good, but we don't get the follow through. Following this 5-day bar, the market did what? Came down. Okay. Following this 5-day bar, what did the market do? It came down. That there tells me I'm leaning more towards price in Apple going down, that the market is weak. I'm going off of the market sentiment. If the market in Apple truly was bullish, following these two strong 5-day bars, the market would inevitably went up, but it didn't. So obviously there's a lot more weakness hitting the market in Apple. Here it is on the 2 weeks. Apple on the 3, Apple on the 5, and then Apple on the monthly chart. 8 hours and 26 minutes left. These 2 months, January and February, are definitely weak. So I think I need to put on a prediction looking for Apple to continue to go down and break this buy zone, which I am going to do right now. So let's go ahead and get rid of that price prediction. And we're going to look for Apple to continue to go lower in price. Now, it's going to be hard to determine how low. Okay. So let's see if we can break this down. 330-minute chart. Maybe here as a buy zone. So we made that into a buy zone there. So that's going to be a target. And then this will be a target. Okay. See if we could get one a little bit closer. This is a shallow support area. Okay, that's where the market is right now. Okay, so we'll do it right here. Let's see what we got. So let's get rid of that buy zone. I don't think it's going to hold that. Our first target is going to be at this first buy zone. I really don't think it's going to hold here neither. It's on 1.83% on the low of that buy zone. My second target is going to be down here, this second buy zone, either at the high or the low of the buy zone. Okay. And then we're going to create this sell zone here, meaning that we're going to be bearish into the market in Apple unless we see price break that zone up here. Now, again, we may still see the market hold that buy zone though. It still may hold it, but we'll see. All right, I'm done. Give me your thoughts about Apple dropping the prospect of them creating an EV vehicle, and what do you really think it means? Then if you want, you can tell me where you think the price in Apple's about to go. Make sure you maintain the profitability, and as always, trade different.